Anatoly Yurievich Moskvin, or, as many came to call him, the puppeteer.
Look at their eyes. Look at them. Their eyes are full of disgust.
What is a collection? A gathering objects that share a theme: stamps, coins, rare books. For Professor Anatoly Moskvin, a respected historian and professor from Russia, his collection was girls, not living girls. In fact, he had no interest in the living. His collection was of the quiet ones, the ones who could no longer say no. Born in 1996 in Nizhny Novgorod, Anatoly was an only child, nerdy, bookish, and remote. Teachers praised his memory and language skills. He learned many languages, 13 in total actually. Anatoly was a weird-looking kid, the kind of kid that you want to bully. He talked a little and read a big deal. He was smart compared to his age, a genius. When he was 10, he came with bruises. A man had raped him. After that, the living just became dangerous to him. The dead felt safe. He began spending long hours in the graveyards. Shortly after that, at one funeral, men forced him to kiss a dead girl. He was made to do it 3 times. He later said, "That kiss fractured something inside my brain." He felt a strong bond with the dead, a pull he could never ignore. And his story is just getting started. He studied languages, became a professor and researcher of folklore. Colleges admired him actually. Like I said, he was a genius. But he was just weird. He walked the streets for hours, visiting hundreds of burial grounds. He said he learned beside graves to learn their secrets. His research turned dark. He grew fascinated with necromancy and satanic rituals. He believed that certain rituals can change the boundaries between life and death. He wrote of empty vessels and an entity he called the Tenant, a presence from the cold between the stars. Over the years, he began to dig freshly buried little girls. He attended funerals to learn names and burial times and earning parents' trust. At night, he returns to graves, dug them up, carried the bodies home and treated them with salt, baking soda and homemade chemicals. He wrapped faces, padded limbs, and painted their eyes. He made them look calm and dressed them in fine costumes. In his apartment, he kept 26 of these figures. Music boxes was placed in some rib cages. Imagine that, so they would make sound and communicate with you when you touch them. He wrote diaries naming them, noting birthdays and small ceremonies. To him, they were not dolls, they were offerings. Each one was prepared home for the tenant he expected. In November 2011, his parents called the police after smelling decay and hearing strange noises. Officers entered and found a room of figures, a sickening sight showing human remains. Families were told what had happened. The country was in shock. He was declared mentally unfit for trial and placed in psychiatric hospital. The bodies were reburied. His research, his satanic rituals, his belief in an alien tenant ended for now, but the image of someone preparing a gallery of bodies remains. It's a hard thing to forget. Thank you all for sticking along with this video. I was your host, S9, and have a good night.